I was trying so hard to be an aesthetic clean girl and get a matcha for this video, but look where we are. I am absolutely ravenous and I've been dying to try a burger from here, so instead we're going to shove our faces with a KFC and have a bit of a catch up. So I will catch up with you when I have my food. I'm literally drooling over the menu now. Okay, we've got the bag. I feel really cheeky doing this, I'm not gonna lie. Does anyone else feel like this when they get something like a takeaway or a Mackey's or a cheeky KFC without your partner, and you feel really sly about it? Because I probably won't tell them about this either, but cheers. We're gonna have some lunch, we're gonna have a catch up. I've got all the questions that were left on my little post when I said that I was gonna do a bit of a catch up video, so I'm really excited to sit and have a chat with you and to eat. I've not had, this is really annoying because this is not part of my little skincare plan, I've not had a Pepsi, a Coke Zero, anything like that in so long, and that tasted so good. But what I've got to eat is a KFC double down burger. I saw this girl on TikTok, she's so cool, I think she's called Brooke and her boyfriend's called Rory, and she has me howling. She's so funny, she's so cool, she's got like her own little style, and I saw them go and get this burger, and ever since I've been like desperate to try it. So it's called the Double Down. Oh my god, it's absolutely massive. Oh my god, how am I going to get my mouth around that? Look at it. Oh my god, this is probably like the least graceful thing I could have chose to sit and eat while we have a chatty catch up, but I've just got to take a bite, I'm so sorry. Oh my. Why is a van just pulled up like opposite me, horizontally across parking bays, and is facing me? Why are you doing that? Okay, first question. Can you tell how hungry I am? Look at me. I'm literally shoveling like 6 chips in at once. Right, let's get the questions up. Okay, I'm picking one at random, and this is the first one, and it's how do you and Sam keep the spark alive in a long-term relationship when you live together? I think it can be very easy to fall into routine and more like housemates, and I get this. And I also want to slip in here because I don't want to like give this fakeness that me and Sam have this perfect, I mean obviously we're very happy, we're both very happy, we love each other very much, but I don't think any relationship is perfect, especially when you live together. I feel like this isn't spoken about enough, and it's definitely a thing. Like, we've definitely had phases, bearing in mind like we went through lockdown together, and that was hard for relationships, I feel like, but when you live together it's so easy to fall into routine, like especially when you're two people who love being at home, which me and Sam are. Like, we wouldn't have it any other way, but it is so easy to sort of like, you're spending a lot of time together but you're not spending quality time together, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like I could talk about this a lot because I feel like it's something that's not spoken about a lot, and I feel like it's inevitable with every relationship. I think it's very rare that your relationship remains the same once you start living together, because I feel like it's a phase of a relationship, like getting engaged, getting married. I feel like each of those phases there is some changes that come with the dynamics. Maybe not for your relationship, but mine and Sam definitely did. We say, like, just because we're spending a lot of time together, it doesn't always mean that it's quality time. And I think it's the most important thing when you live with your partner, to take time out and actually have separate quality time. So me and Sam will always try and have like a date day in the calendar, like in the diary, like even if that's just a breakfast date, like just something that gets us out the house and changes up the scenery, and it's time away from that routine and away from that like usual surroundings. Because I notice so much that like, I don't know if anyone else feels the same, like when you're on a date or you're doing something a bit different that's not sat at home. Sorry, I'm working up a sweaty in this. The conversation's different. Like, I feel like I have so many lovely chats with Sam when we're like out and about doing something, because it just feels different, like it feels refreshing. So my number one, hands down, without a doubt, when you're living together, to try and keep the spark alive, try and keep your relationship fresh and close to each other and not feel like housemates, is always having a date in the diary. Like a date, not just a home date. Me and Sam love being at home, we love having like home dates, but have a date out of the house. You don't have to spend money, even if you're going for a walk. Like, some of the nicest dates that me and Sam do and have done have been free things, like going for a walk, having a picnic. Like in the summer we like to like pack our dinner up and we'll go for a walk and we'll have like a dinner picnic. So always have a date in the diary. Okay, before we move on, I've got to have another bite of this burger, but if you see the absolute state of it, look at it. It's really hard to eat. The outside of this chicken is the same as the hot wings and it's absolutely incredible. I just can't eat it as a burger though. Look, it's like a mangled mess. I feel like I just need a mid-burger retouch up with my lipstick, because I've just completely savaged that burger like an animal. Like a grizzly bear or something. I've literally just completely savaged, but 10 out of 10. Absolutely incredible. Right, next question. So the next one I thought was quite interesting. It says, "Hey Molly, this isn't really a question, more of a video idea perhaps, but could you talk more about your style has changed and evolved over the years and how you managed to find your style? How do you get your inspiration?" That sort of thing. So I probably won't do a video on this, just because I don't really look at myself as like a fashion girly. I feel like there's so many people out there who have content like more within that niche, but my style, I don't really know, to be honest. What I often do, and it's something that I've got into the habit of doing quite frequently recently, is Pinterest boards, because I struggle to find people. This is going to make me sound like I think I've got this really like unique style, which I definitely haven't, but I struggle to find people with a style that's realistic that I can actually implement in my day-to-day. I feel like people either have like complete flawless Instagram style that I just know that I'd never execute day to day, because I wear my comfies, like cozies, most of the time. So what I'll do is I'll go onto Pinterest and I'll create like season boards. So I've just actually finished, I just realised I've probably got all chicken in my teeth. Yeah, so I create like a seasonal board. So I've just made my spring summer 2025 board, and I don't just limit it to clothes. I'll do it for like homeware, accessories, like recipes that I want to try, but on that will be like outfit inspiration that I want to kind of like bring into my wardrobe that season. So this spring summer, I feel like my clothes and my style has changed so much to last year, so I feel like it's just a really good thing to get into. And then when I go out to the shops, I've got Pinterest on my phone, I get my Pinterest board up and I can scroll through and see if there's anything similar that I like the vibe of. And when you've got a full board in front of you, you can tailor it and make it so unique to what you like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I feel like when you're looking up to people for style inspiration, they might do something that, do you know what I mean? It's hard to fit, it's like quite a narrow thing. But whereas if you've got a Pinterest board and all of the ideas are things that you absolutely love, I feel like that's your own style on that board and you can create it to your own taste rather than just trying to narrow into one person. Does that make sense? So Pinterest boards for me, as I say, not even just about clothes, for my home, recipes that I want to start getting into, just a full lifestyle board. I'm so sorry guys, I feel like this has been the most chaotic video so far. My SD card just ran out of storage. By the way, if you're wondering why we're still in this car, we still haven't got our car back. We went from having our dream car, our dream interior, which is what I would have been sat filming my video in, to a rental car, which is just a story for another day. But yeah, Pinterest boards always, not even just for clothes, but for like my home style, my lifestyle, recipes, that kind of thing. So get on Pinterest, that would be my recommendation. Let's find another question. any house plans, areas you want to change or redecorate, anything about houses and like home decor is always going to excite me. But the answer to the question is going to be really boring. No, because me and Sam, I mean, for the last year or two, we've kind of had this mindset with our house. We love our house so much. We know it's not finished. Like, if we were planning on staying there, which we're not, we would put a lot more money into our house. But knowing that we're there temporarily, as in like another year or two is our plan, we don't really want to be pumping loads of money into it. So at the moment, this house, I think it's up to a standard where we'll just stay how it is until we move out. Our dream goal that we're talking about a lot at the moment, actually, that we sort of see happening in the next year or two, is to do a full-blown renovation. Our absolute dream is a barn renovation. We've been looking into it, and honestly, it makes me so excited. We were actually looking at it the other night, like, because we're in kind of like two minds about this. We don't know where we're going to be living. We don't know if we're going to be living up here or down back in Cambridge with my family. But what we want to do 1000% for our next home is a renovation, and a big renovation. Like, we want to knock down walls, we want to like change floor plans, obviously if we have to, it depends what we find. But so yeah, no house projects for this house, but in the next year or two, how fun will that content be as well? How fun, honestly. I'm so excited for that time in our life. So yeah, the next year or two, hoping to do a big renovation, so that'll be exciting. There was a few questions about like plans for 2025, travel plans, that kind of thing. So I'll kind of merge this into one big umbrella of plans for 2025 for the next year, including travel and stuff like that. So as I've just touched on, the next year or two, long-term plans, me and Sam are looking to move house. We never really saw ourselves in this house for more than 5 years, but we're not really in a position. I mean, we could sell our house and buy somewhere else, but we're not in a position to buy the house of our dreams. And the next purchase that we make, as in house-wise, we want to be in there. We see that as like a long-term investment. We want to put loads of money into a house. We really want to make it our own, obviously, because we've had the new build experience. We want to sort of like renovate something and really make it our own and get stuck into like the designing process and stuff. So we've decided to stay put where we are for an extra year or two to save some money, stash some money away, and get ready to be in a position to buy our dream I don't like the term forever home, because you never know what's going to happen, but our dream forever home in the next year to 2 years, as I've said. But other than that, our main focus is travel, because me and Sam, makes me feel sick saying this, but me and Sam are going to be 28 this year. And I mean, children are in our 5-year plan. So we've both agreed that we want to prioritise the holidays. That would be so much harder to do with children in the next year or two as well. When I say this, I always think like, obviously it's not impossible to travel when you have a family, and we will be doing that when we have kids. But there are definitely some holidays that are going to be more challenging, way more challenging, when you've got young children. So yeah, the next year or two, we want to pump out some really big adventures, some travel plans. We actually want to go back to America, which we're so excited for. We're planning to go back to America, we're hoping October time, because it's always been an absolute dream of mine to go to America around like autumn, Halloween, and I just think how fun will that be. So October, we're planning to go back to America. We want to go to LA again, and Sam really wants to go to Texas, but we've just started watching Yellowstone, so we've got that like cowboy itch. So we're maybe thinking Texas or around Yellowstone area. So we'll do a couple of places in America. But this sort of summer, I don't really know where we're going to end up going. I said to Sam that I'd like to experience something really tropical and something really different to what we've experienced before, because obviously we've done America, we've done Dubai. All of our holidays have been very sort of like, I mean, obviously we're very fortunate, very sort of luxurious 5-star hotels. I mean, me and Sam are never ever going to be backpackers, but I'd like to experience something a bit different, maybe like Bali, Thailand. I know we've missed the season for Thailand now, so I'm thinking maybe, I'm not sure. Bali, Thailand is on the cards, whether or not we do that this summer or whether we do like a European holiday in the summer and then go to America in October, I'm not sure, but there will be a couple of holidays this year which I'm really excited for, because we want to be ticking those countries off in the next 2 years as well. Work-wise as well, I've got like this desire, this like burning desire that just won't go away, of starting a brand. And I just can't shake the feeling, and I've said this ever since I had my little mini small business. That was more of like a passion thing, like it was never something that I ever would have like scaled to anything significant. But I've just got that real like burning itch to like put my mind to something. And with this job, I'm so lucky that you do get a lot of free time, and I feel like I want to put that to use and create something that's mine. But I feel like it's too early for me to be saying this. Obviously it's a big thing, and I've said before I wouldn't entertain the idea unless I could do it properly, which obviously takes a lot of funds. So sorry, just girl anxiety, anyone else when they're out on their own, like very hyper vigilant. So yeah, wouldn't start a business until I had like a proper lump sum to do it properly, but that's like in the back of my mind as well. But that definitely won't be happening in 2025, I'm not sure, don't think so. Would love to hear tips on how you stay motivated and consistent with the gym, skincare and good healthy habits in general. I heard a quote the other day, I'm not going to be able to remember it word by word now, but it was along the lines of, if you rely on how you're feeling to stay consistent, you'll never stay consistent, because you're never going to feel the same. And that just, you know, when you read a quote and it's like, it really gets you, because that summarizes it exactly for me. And especially with being a woman, because I think as women we have a cycle, we have hormones, obviously men have hormones as well, but I feel like we go through so many different phases in a month, like, and the change is so obvious. Like, I've just ovulated and you just feel like a new woman, like you feel like you've got this new lease of life, and then the next week will come, and then is it your luteal phase, you'll be in the next phase, and it's just like the week before my period, I feel like it's borderline concerning sometimes. Like, I've actually thought about is it what's the condition where it's like really severe and women are genuinely depressed and can't function, and I have those days. So I think that quote definitely applies to women, because we never feel like, day to day we rarely feel the same. So if you're relying on how you're feeling to stay consistent with something, you're never ever going to stay consistent. So I try and keep that in my mind, especially with the gym, because to me there's some days where the thought of dragging myself to the gym, I just have to physically force myself. I'll put my gym clothes straight away, because if I give myself that breathing time to sit down, have a drink, have a coffee, talk myself out of it, give myself the excuses of, oh, you know, you went to the gym yesterday, you've got quite a lot of work to do today, let's just chill, let's get our dramas on, like, let's settle down, like put the TV on and work on your laptop and get all cozy. If I give myself that opportunity to talk myself out of it, I won't do it. So I'll literally get up, especially if I feel that mindset coming on, I'll throw my gym clothes on and fill my water bottle up, and I'll just get out the door. And then even if I have to give myself a bit of a pep talk in the car, usually once I've arrived to the gym, I'm fine. And I've never ever regretted a workout. I've never left the gym and thought, oh gosh, why did I do that? I should have just stayed at home. it's always the opposite. So especially with the gym, you can't rely on how you're feeling to stay consistent with anything, because same with like healthy eating and food. Like obviously I've just like thrown down a chicken burger, so I'm not about to sit here and preach about healthy eating, because I definitely am trying to work on staying consistent myself with healthy eating. But in the same breath, I don't want to be one of these people that's all in. My life will always be about balance, always, because I think that's the healthiest way to be. I know some people that will literally calorie count every single day. Even when they're on holiday, they'll have like a plate of boiled eggs for their breakfast, and I don't think that's healthy. So finding that balance, I mean, I think I tip the scales on too many treats sometimes, but on a whole, I like to say like about 80% through the week, not counting that KFC, usually I will try and eat my best. And it's the same, like you've got to just try and get into a routine. And me and Sam, to be fair, are at a point where we have so many nice, like actually tasty meals that are completely healthy, full of goodness, like not got any crap in them, and we actually love the taste of them and we look forward to it. Like sometimes we've eaten out at a restaurant and we're like, once you get into like the routine of eating whole foods and eating healthy foods, the other stuff doesn't, again, I feel so hypocritical saying this, I've literally got an empty KFC bag staring at me, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you've just got to remember the quote: if you rely on how you're feeling, you're never going to stay consistent, because you don't feel the same every single day. So yeah, and skincare, I've just read that skincare was included in that. I love doing my skincare. Like, it's not a challenge for me. Like, I genuinely, hand on heart, thoroughly enjoy doing my skincare. If anything, I look forward to it. It's like my zen time of the day. But if somebody if somebody struggles with staying consistent, what I'd recommend is making it like a special time. So light a candle, make yourself a nice cup of tea, whether that's like a peppermint tea, a hot chocolate, take it up, put your jammies on, like make it your time. Like even if it's just 10 minutes of the day, that's your time. So take it, use it as like therapy. Like it just unwinds me down for the day. Same within the morning, it like hypes me up and gets me ready for the day. I use it as like a bit of meditation, like a bit of me time to get myself ready for the day or to wind myself down from the day. What is your all-time favourite drink, food and drink, and where from? Like a takeaway, restaurant? This is a really hard one for me. I do love a burger, a Shake Shack burger, which is always a challenge because we don't have any Shake Shacks near us. But a Shake Shack burger and their cheesy chips, I think it would have to be a burger. And it says your partner's favourite food. His would be a Chinese takeaway, I think. I don't know actually, no, pasta probably. I don't know, like we're such foodies, we like so many things. And a favourite drink, I feel like it just has to be like an iced coffee, like an iced hazelnut latte. Or if I'm on holiday, this is really random, obviously I don't drink this day to day, I probably drink this only when I go on holiday. A virgin pina colada is like one of my go-tos on holiday, and it's just the best. The next one, have you and Sam got any phobias? I've got a few and they're laughable, so don't laugh at what I'm about to say. My number one phobia, actually I feel like they'd be joint first place: fish. Dead or alive, to be fair. I don't touch fish. I don't even eat like fish fingers, fish from the fish and chip shop. Hate the smell of it. And I won't go in the sea because I'm scared of fish. Like the thought of a fish flapping and like touching me, oh my god, it's enough to make me cry. I'm that scared of it. Like it's this like deeply ingrained phobia that I've got. Like it goes so beyond like a little fear. Like it terrifies me. The thought of like falling into water. I don't even think I'd be scared of sharks. I'd be scared of the fish flapping. Like it's the flappiness I don't like. You know when something touches your feet? The only thing I'll do when I'm on holiday, I'll probably get up just to past my ankles in the water. And if we're on a girls' holiday, my two best friends will literally be out swimming up to their necks, like swimming in the sea, and I'll just be at the shore watching them because I hate fish. And the second one is moths. The thought of a moth, again, it's the flapping. Maybe that's my issue. I've just kind of like joined that up. But the flapping of their wings, like, you know when a moth is, oh my god, it's actually sending shivers down my spine. You know when a moth is like flapping and you can hear it against your walls, like flapping when it's coming from the window. And oh my god, sometimes they're absolutely huge. Yeah, so moths and fish would be my number one. I'm quite scared of heights. I don't know if Sam's got any, because it says, has Sam got any phobias either? I wouldn't say phobias, he hates spiders. So if there's a spider, he'll still get them, because I don't like spiders either. But if there's a spider, we're both a bit dodgy with that. But I wouldn't say he's got any phobias. No, I don't think so. And the next one, this always makes me a bit emotional. Would you ever get another dog? And if so, what breed? And I wouldn't. I say this now, I say to Sam, the only time I think in my life that I would get another dog after Lola, or obviously I could get one during Lola, but she just would not have it. She's like a baby. She just gives only child energy. Like, the thought of her trying to share us with a brother or sister, like, it just would not happen. She's a spoiled girl and she knows it. But the only time in my life I think I would get another dog is if my child wanted a dog and I'd get one for them. But I just can't ever see myself loving a dog as much as I love Lola. I feel like she's like my soulmate, my dog soulmate, and I couldn't do it. Like, it actually makes me want to cry when I think about that. I just don't ever see us having another dog, as I say, unless, you know, years down the line and my teenage child wants one, then I'll be willing to get another one. But Lola is the only dog for me, I think. Do you have any tips for anyone who wants to get into content creation? And there's so many different things that I could say, but I think the number one thing that goes without saying is consistency. And when I say consistency, I don't mean just posting any old random thing every day. You've got to find what works and you've got to stay consistent within that. This is like a whole tangent that we could get into, but you've got to put your face out there. You've got to let people see you. How are you going to do that if you're not posting consistently? Like, posting one video a week, it's going to take you 10 years to get to any sort of size. So you've got to be posting ideally every day, but in the same breath, as I just said, it's got to be good quality. So you've got to find your niche. I'd say finding a niche is the most important thing, especially in this day and age of content creation and social media. It's such a huge, crazy thing, and there are so many people now wanting to do this as a job and post it on there, and you've got to stand out. You've got to show your personality and you've got to create a niche, especially when you're starting out, because nobody really knows who you are. So if you're just posting a day in the life, it's like, that's great, and I'm sure there's room for that. That's kind of what I do, but I try to sub niche it. So like, my sub niche, what I like to call it, is like home. So a lot of my vlogs are at home. If I go shopping or if I show things, it's usually like within the home lifestyle niche. You won't really see me talking much about clothes or makeup or that kind of thing, because it's not really my niche. So I try to keep things in like a loose niche pool, because then you kind of get people who are specifically interested in that, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't imagine anyone to follow me for makeup recommendations or tutorials, do you know what I mean? Like, they're following me for like, usually for like cozy homey content, which would be my niche. So yeah, I'd say definitely find your niche early on, because that's the way you're going to grow a community that's yours, that recognizes you for certain things or comes to your page for certain things. Like, why are people going to follow you? You've got to give them a reason to follow you, and you've got to create, yeah, your own little engaged community. So I'd be consistent, I'd find your niche, and just start posting. Like, there's no secret to it. I get so many messages from people like, have you got any advice on how to start posting on social media? And I'm like, there is no secret like book or secret app that you can download or buy and it's going to give you all the answers. Like, you've just got to start posting. You've got to do your research. You've just got to start posting. And it's one of those things as well, once you start doing it and once you've got into a rhythm of doing it, you'll then start realising that certain things, like, just because you've posted doesn't mean that's what you have to do forever. Do you know what I mean? It's like a work in progress. So just start posting and figure it out on the job. Figure it out as you go. Like, my content that I post now is, I mean, it's so different and it's so not, but like, it's changed a lot from when I first started posting it. So it's something that will always evolve, and you'll always find different styles and different things that you want to post about. But yeah, find your niche, find your people, and be consistent, I'd say. Holiday plans. What's your favourite dinner to make and sweet treat to bake? Love the recipes you share. I am actually trying to get more into showing what we cook and that, because fits within my niche. Like, being at home and cooking is such a big part of mine and Sam's life, and we've got really into it recently. If you follow like our food shops and stuff like that, you'll know that we try our best to stick to whole foods, so we don't buy any ready meals. If we want something, usually we'll make it from scratch. So we've learned a lot on that journey of like cooking and recipes and stuff like that, and we found our own little things that we like to do. But what's my favourite sweet treat to bake? I'd say at the moment it changes. Like, something that I bake in the winter will probably be different to what I bake in the summer, but at the moment my like hyperfixation is my healthy banana bread, because it's the best banana bread I've ever baked, and it only has goodness in it. Like, it doesn't have any butter, any sugar, any of like the extra naughties that I'd usually put in there. And I did post a TikTok on it, so if you want to see that, try it. If you've got some like brown squishy bananas at the bottom of your fruit bowl, it is like my favourite recipe at the moment. I actually made some yesterday because it's just so good. It's so moist, it literally tastes like a treat, and it hasn't got any like naughtiness in it. So go on my TikTok if you want to see that. It's so good. And favourite dinner to make, I'd probably say, again, at the moment, it changes all the time, but at the moment me and Sam have got our pasta recipe down, and we change it up with like the different meats that we use. But like a pasta base, we make like a caramelised onion with the pasta water. Like, we've got the base down, and then we like to alter that. So tonight I've actually got a pack of sausages that we have open from our breakfast that we made on Sunday, so I'm going to do like a spicy sausage pasta. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I'd say probably a pasta and my healthy banana bread recipe that you have to go on my TikTok. If you've got brown bananas, trust me on this one, go on my TikTok now, and I think I left all the ingredients, and it's the best banana bread you'll ever have in your life. And then there's another one about makeup products that I use, and yeah, update on makeup products I use. And I haven't yet, I mentioned in one of my weekly vlogs that I was going to go makeup shopping, and I haven't yet done that, so that's something that I want to do either this week or next week. There's actually a Space NK. It was my first time going in it the other week. There's a Space NK probably like half an hour from where I live, so I'm going to go to that town, and I'm going to go to Space NK, and hopefully I'm going to be able to sit down. I want to like borrow one of the makeup gurus in there, and I want to pick their brains, and I want to just like reinvent my makeup bag, because I'm that girl that still uses the same makeup products she used when she was 13. Like, I've still got like Barry M makeup palettes, and I know it's so outdated. Like, I feel so millennial sometimes when I put my makeup on, so I would like to have a bit of a refresh and a big girl makeover of my makeup bag, because I feel like it is needed. So I'll bring you with me when we do that, and then maybe we can touch on makeup products and stuff then, because I'm just not the person to ask when it comes to makeup routines and makeup products. Like, it's just not my thing at all. So we can go for a little bit of a Space NK makeup shop, and that'll be fun. I think that's it. I think I've covered all of them. If I've missed any, I'm really sorry. I think I've covered all of them. There was a lot about like travel plans and stuff, but I feel like we've touched on that. Let me know holiday recommendations as well. Me and Sam, as I say, really want to experience something a bit different, like culturally. So something like tropical, something hot, like beachy, but also like somewhere where you could do a bit of exploring, and like it's not just like a sunbathing holiday, if that makes sense. Let me know your holiday recommendations. But I think I'm going to wrap this video up here, because it's absolutely pouring down. The windows have all steamed up, the KFC's been eaten, and yeah, I really enjoyed having a catch up. Thank you so much if you've made it to this point. I feel like these videos are always a bit rambly until I like sit back and edit them. I'm like, what did I even just say for the last half an hour? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. Business will resume as usual. There'll be another weekly vlog uploaded on Monday, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day, your evening, and I will see you in the next one.